Welcome to the Max Rally preview for the Acropolis Rally. It's round 6 of the 2013 FIA World Rally Championship. We are on one of the most spectacular stages I think I've ever had the pleasure to drive up, George. It's stage 6 and stage 10 of this year's Acropolis Rally. My goodness me, if we get a day like this, George, last year when we came here, pouring with rain, if we get a day like this during the rally, it's going to be a classic. But this year's Acropolis, George, some people would say it's not going to be a classic. Tune a little bit days, 14 stages, 300 kilometres, what's that all about?
Let me tell you, Colin, a shortened rally, 306 kilometres as you say, but 306 of the toughest kilometres. The first stage in the rally, a monster, 40 kilometres. The next stage, 26 kilometres, more or less over the same route, a repeat run, slightly shortened at night, Colin. And then into this massive double loop of 4 stages on the Saturday, 150 k's on the day, some of the roughest stages in the championship, but also some of the most classic. And we're on Gymno right now, one of the classic stages of the rally, and a reputation for being rather smooth and fast. Although we've come up the first 5 or 6 k's, actually probably the speed we were doing it's only 1 or 2 k's, but it felt a little bit rough. It's the steepest part of the stage.
Yeah, you know, we talk about classic Acropolis rallies. My suggestion, this might not be a classic. Well, it might not be, but it won't be anything less of a challenge. You talk about that opening stage in the dark. Certainly the second stage is in the dark. The first stage of the rally, 40 k's, kind of twilight, real challenges. Dust, okay, we're up here just now and it's quite breezy. Dust, we know, can be a big issue here in Greece, George. Really, I suppose the biggest challenge in Greece, though, is the second pass. These stages, looking okay just now, they can get very rough indeed.
They can, Colin. The roads are built on very, very hard bedrock. They're beautifully constructed, but they tend to be big rocks bound by the smaller core. It does lift out, and a lot of places it lifts out. We're on one of the more established roads, but some places, some of the stages are just a bit wicked. Last year there was one stage just described as like going over a rock bed, a rockery, and I think it was described as a rockery by a number of drivers, so pretty scary. That first stage, Canetta, dust you mentioned, yes. However, in the evenings, the early part of the evening, we've normally still got a good breeze coming in down that Corinth Canal Narrows. There's like a venturi, the wind whistles through.
It's a good word, venturi. I don't know what it means.
Don't worry, everyone else understands what it means, Colin. It's a venturi, the wind whistles down there much faster than it does in the surrounding area. That's why that Corinth area is a massive repository for people for the weekend. From Athens, they come out to the Corinth area because it's much cooler because of the breeze. Anyway, that will have the effect of blowing the dust away from the rally cars, making it less of a problem. But the second stage, the wind starts to die down. That could be amazing. I think it's an amazing decision, an amazingly tough decision to make that stage, and it's going to affect what the drivers decide to do for their road position. Yeah,
once again, it's going to be critical as to who goes quickest in qualifying here. Road position with those nighttime stages, with the cleaning effect, which is, you know, a real issue here in Greece. Qualifying could be the critical stage of the rally. When we look at who might win this one, well, you know, it's been a French rally fest so far this year. Only Frenchmen have won. Loeb's won twice. We've obviously had Mr. Ogier winning 3 times. I genuinely don't believe that we can look beyond Ogier again here this weekend. He is in the finest form of his life. He's full of confidence. He's got a great car. They've made some changes to that car, particularly with a handbrake system in the VW Polo. It's going to be a proper test here, though, in Greece for the Polo, George. But you can't look behind Ogier. Who's second and who's third?
Well, Colin, the last couple of years, the top 4 cars going into the last couple of stages, they've only been 15 seconds separating them. And that's an indication that whilst this is a very, very fast rally and it has been flat out, there's a more measured approach. That's why we've seen these gaps. People are only doing as much as they need to, because you do a fraction more, you make a catastrophic error.
1, 2, 3, George. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Sorry to cut you short.
Latvala, Hirvonen, Mikkelsen. There you go.
I say, well, that's an interesting 1, 2, 3 from George Dawson, the man who knows about Acropolis. First time he came here, 1986, as a spectator, nearly 30 years ago. Was it 86?
1984.
84, nearly 30 years ago. Anyway, this year's Acropolis Rally, obviously WRC is going to be worth watching. We have WRC2. Abdulaziz Al-Kawai leads that and is in really good form just now. Kubica had a very good test on the Tuesday here. He looks in good form as well. You can't write off Esa-Pekka Lappi. Sepp Wiegand gets better and better rally by rally. WRC2 could be one to watch. And we have our juniors here this weekend. Pontius Tiedemann won the first round of the Junior Championship. Can he make it 2 in a row here in Greece? It's going to be tough. The juniors doing every single stage. Only one pass on day 2, mind you, but they're doing every single stage here in Greece. For all the action, all the drama, all the updates, the very best stories, the gossip from Greece, make sure that you log in to maxrally.com.